Hello all, in this video I will explain the concept of latitudes and longitudes. So what is the use of latitudes and longitudes? Latitudes and longitudes will give the exact location of any place on earth. So suppose A, B, C and D went to the forest for tourism purposes, and one of the friend has lost his way and the remaining three friends are searching for him. All that C can say to A, B and D is that he is surrounded by only few huge trees. So is it helpful to find the location of C to A, B, D? It's very difficult, right? Because in a forest there are so many big trees will be there. So C can now send his coordinates to A, B, D so that they can find him. So what are these coordinates? These coordinates are nothing but the latitude and longitude of the location in which he is present. So that's how important the latitudes and longitudes are. So first we will understand the concept of latitudes. Okay. So when we have taken the earth, if you are standing at the center of the earth, that is at the core region, and you look at the point straight towards the surface, that is what scientists are calling it as the equator, and it is making 0 degrees, an angle of 0 degrees. The center point is making an angle of 0 degrees to the equator, and from the center point you look at a location on the earth, that is New Delhi, and draw the straight line from your point to the New Delhi where it has located on the earth, and there will be certain angle will be forming in between them, that is around 28 degrees north, which is actually the location or the latitude, which is actually the latitude in which the New Delhi is present. So 28 degrees, which is the angular distance, is indicating the latitude itself. So this angular distance is nothing but the latitude. So to make it easy, scientists have drawn different horizontal lines on the globe, calling them as latitudes, each representing 1 degree. Each latitude represents 1 degree from 0 degrees to 90 degrees. So there will be around 90 horizontal lines, and the equator, which is present at the center of the earth, divides the earth into northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. The latitudes which are present on the northern side of the equator are called as the northern latitudes, and the latitudes which are present south of the equator called as the southern latitudes. These latitudes are also called as parallels because they are almost parallel to one another, and the length of these latitudes will decrease when we travel from equator to polar region because of the shape of the earth itself, right? So till now we have understood what is the meaning of latitudes and how they are measured. Here are some of the important latitudes. One is the 23 degrees north latitude, 23 degrees 23.5 degrees south latitudes. So these are the latitudes up to where sun's rays will fall directly on the earth. So after these latitudes, the sun's rays will not fall directly here, and 90 degrees north latitude will present at the north pole, and 90 degrees south latitude will present at the south pole, right? So after these latitudes we will understand the concept of longitudes. Longitudes are also called as meridians. These are the semicircular lines which will divide the earth into different degrees. Here we can see, right, these are the meridians. So when we have taken the globe like this, the 0 degrees meridian will pass through the Greenwich area, London. Scientists call this degree as Greenwich degree or the prime meridian. So the degrees which are present towards the east of this meridian is called as the eastern meridians, or the east of prime meridian, or east of Greenwich meridian, and those longitudes which are present to the west of that prime meridian are called as the west meridians. Okay, and there will be around 180 meridians, 180 degrees longitudes. So 180 longitudes will be present towards the east, and 180 degrees longitudes will present towards the west also from the 0 degrees prime meridian, right? The earth is divided in such a manner by the scientists for just understanding for giving the accurate location of a point or a place, right? So based on this, can we find the location of New Delhi right now based on the latitudes and longitudes, right? So for just understanding, take New Delhi as an example. Latitude and longitude of New Delhi is 28 degrees north latitude and 77 degrees east longitude. So this is the equator. And the location is saying the coordinates, given coordinates are 28 degrees north. That means from the center of the earth, if you have seen 28 degrees north means this is the northern hemisphere, right? Above the equator is called as the northern hemisphere, and below the equator is called as the southern hemisphere, and the location is 28 degrees north. So if we can draw a latitude like this as the 28 degrees north, so it can be anywhere here, from here to here, anywhere. It's all representing the 28 degrees itself, right? And now after the latitude we are finding the longitude, which is saying 77 degrees east. Here we have to observe the direction east it is representing. So from 0 degrees meridian, prime meridian, we have to travel east up to 77 degrees, which will be present here. So the point where the latitude and the longitude is intersecting, 28 degrees north latitude and 77 degrees east longitude is intersecting, it is the exact location of New Delhi, right? So this is how latitudes and longitudes are helpful in understanding the location of a specific place.